Hey everyone, County Commissioner Jimmy T. Smith, and this is my weekly wrap up. First and foremost, I apologize for not doing my weekly wrap up last week. A lot of effort was put into doing research and things like that, so didn't have the time to do it. But here we are this week, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. This week was a very, very busy week. Started off with our Monday meeting, and at that Monday meeting, we had the hearing for the Holder Industrial Park. It's a quasi-judicial hearing, which means that we make a decision for one entity. So that's why it's quasi-judicial. If it was for everybody, then it would just be a regular meeting. And as part of that, we had the Holder Industrial Park project come to us. We all five voted in agreement that it should be moved forward. There was some discussion, and I got to tell you, the applicant gave a lot of information, of which some of that information caused me to be very critical of the process, as well as the leadership that dealt with that process. So here's what I'll tell you. I did write an article, and in that article, being critical of the process, one of the things that we found was that some things that didn't really need to be done were suggested. Now, I have no problem with making changes as part of the process, but government should do it based off of facts. They should do it by having some kind of research or study or something that demonstrate there's a need for it. There was some information that was asked for that shouldn't have been asked for because it's standard planning information. So I was very unhappy with staff. I think everybody, of course, knows that now. And my peers know that. Matter of fact, it was commented during the county commission meeting. But in the end, the process has moved forward, and we will be having that process reviewed by the state, and then it will come back to us for final improvement after comment from the state. So look forward to that possibility. Do I think it's the saving grace that Holder Industrial is going to fix all the economic woes for Citrus County? No. I do, however, think that you need to give those who are able to create jobs the opportunity to go ahead and do that. Next, we had the Florida Association of Counties. Is a organization we're members of. So all the counties throughout the state of Florida, I believe all 67 are members. And in that, as a member, we county commissioners have annual conferences and things like that to where we go down and we get educated on the issues. And we also take positions and ask them to lobby on some of those issues. One of the education things that did come up was cybersecurity. So I gotta tell you, on Wednesday, they gave that class on cybersecurity, and it was a gentleman from the Department of Homeland Security that works in Tallahassee and is the liaison between the state, the feds, and local governments, and members of the FBI. And let me tell you, we are constantly being attacked through the cyber aspect. We are constantly being attacked by foreign entities and stuff, and so I've invited them to network with the county staff and hopefully research what we're doing to make sure that our cybersecurity is as best as it can be. On Thursday morning, I got up early, drove back up, and we had what's called the Business Bid Trade Show. This was the school system, the county, and others got together to provide information to local businesses, and 15 came. So within an hour and a half, we had 15 businesses come and learn how they can get government contracts. And this is all about keeping our local tax dollars local by ensuring local businesses have the ability to get these contracts. So it was definitely something I'm wholly supportive of, and hopefully next year we can do it again, and hopefully it will grow me even more next year. After that, I quickly drove back down because yesterday afternoon there was some really good information and discussion in reference to infrastructure, roads, sewer, and water. And that's important because like one of the things as we're doing certain grants from the state, and there was another one that I think is coming from the federal government that I need to do a little more research on, that could potentially bring in more revenue to do more road work and fix our struggling infrastructure in Citrus County. We talked about different policies for sewer and water because we want as much sewer and water as we can because we want to capture nutrients so they don't go out into our waterways. So really good workshops. This morning though, capped it off by driving back up this morning and talking to a business that is going to do a solar complex in Citrus County. I think you'll be seeing more and more about that in the news. Definitely want them to succeed in the process. Regardless of what personal opinion is on solar, If a entity wants to do that and they have the legal right to do that and they want to invest their money to do that, then God bless them. Let them go ahead and do it, and look forward to that process being the proper process for them. So busy week, lots of travel back and forth, lots of meetings, and lots of information. Definitely beneficial. So next week we don't have any meetings for the county commission, but I do believe we have a workshop on the 18th. And off the top of my head, I can't remember what that is. But if you're interested in it, send me a comment and I'll get you the information on it. And basically, it's just nothing but meeting after meeting. So this is what we do sometimes as county commissioners. But it's great to be in Citrus County, and even though it's raining, God bless, you gotta love Citrus County. So, County Commissioner Jimmy T. Smith, and we'll talk to you next week.